My father-in-law is the managing director, so Joe Dolan. He is now looking at future, and he wants myself and two brothers-in-law to take the reins on the company. I'm sure he will be well and truly sticking around for a while, but day-to-day management, he wants us to take that on. So I came over to Roseground in 2023 from an audit background, and then I moved into industry, and it was just a case of having a financial mindset, qualified accountant. He wanted to have that in-house knowledge, while me personally developing my knowledge of construction. There's sort of two main lines of business that we run. Is we are the main contractor of an aerospace company locally at the airport. Been doing that for 15 years. Joe, the director, has then gone into the residential building side of things.
What's going on behind us here?
Which is going on, yes, exactly. Yeah. So this is one of our 2 live projects at the moment, 40 apartments. We've got 19 being built in Luton. We're looking at those long-lasting relationships with our subcontractors that we hope will last over time, and therefore you trust each other, you're on the same journey. Biggest thing from a JCT contract point of view is you do a monthly valuation. It's always end of month, what have you built? And then during that month, you may have certain down payments that are required for the steel. You've got to fabricate the steel before it comes to site, got to pay for the lift to be constructed. So that's sort of 40-50% up front, and you can't claim for that. I think it is just that element of being able to pay that invoice that needs to be paid now, when ultimately we're not going to be paid for that invoice potentially for 6 weeks, could be up to 8 weeks. So we looked at the invoice factoring, which is then once the invoice is raised on the 2nd, 3rd working day of the month, you take a large sum of it now, and then they take the portion at the end. What Lenkie has provided is kind of the same, but on the supplier side. There's not very many factoring companies like JCTs. That's another reason that put a restriction on it. And the ones that did, the price point was quite high. So again, when we were put towards Lenkie, it was nice to see that there was a better price point, and I think it works in a much better way because it's invoice today can be funded, and then we know we've got the payback when the valuation comes in. It's helping us because those people that are our subcontractors also have their own cash flow to deal with. So when they put their valuation in at the end of the month and we're waiting 4 weeks, we're trying to enable them not to have to wait 4 weeks. That's where we're funding that gap. We've got these 2 projects. We know that there's handover dates for them. So in the next 6 months, we'll be looking for another 2 projects, and then hopefully then a 3rd one and a 4th one. So that's kind of where we're at. So this project is getting to that phase where the brickwork will be finished, and then all the internal work will be possible, and there'll be a lot more tradesmen on the site. It is a case of find the next project.
Keep growing.
Keep growing.
Forward.